KCYC 97 FM The City. Tonight's podcast with Rock and Rudy on the scene live. And now, Rock and Rudy.
Hey, RGB, how y'all doing out there? Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, Rock and Rudy with the Heels. Rock and Rudy on the scene live on 97.7 FM The City. Part 2. That's right, a 2 for Thursday. We just had Mickey G here, and he was a tremendously great interview there. And now I've got the man himself, Mr. 24/7 Productions in the house, Simon Lee Nash Puente. All right. Woo! Simon, how you doing, brother? It is so good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
I want you to know that we're taking the time to invite the whole community. This Sunday, we're hosting a little mini festival over at the Brownsville Sports Park, and we're trying to keep my brother Michael Alexander Nash's legacy alive. So he was one of the main things that he did is that he was an awesome skateboarder, and he was part of the skateboarding community in Brownsville, and he also liked basketball a lot. So he loved punk rock. So one of the things that we want to do is, in order to keep his memory alive, is every year on the 17th of November, we're gonna have it like a little mini festival. And this year we have a few bands that have joined the ranks. Last year we had about 7 bands, but this time around we have 2 stages, twin stages, and we're gonna have some of the premier local bands, amazing talent coming over.
Talented people, I'm telling you, talented people.
Yeah, I want you to know that, no surprise, I've been around the business for quite a few years. We hosted hundreds of shows, especially in the Brownsville area. There was a place called Chapa's Bar on Southmost and 14th.
Heard of it?
Yeah, it was a real tiny place, but we hosted some amazing talent there. Global acts. I want you to know, that was the first time where I met Brujeria, Asesino, and Cephalic Carnage. I got to meet Marky Ramone, and even the guys from Tesla. Frank Cannon played there too.
When they came down to the island, the Fireman
right.
Acoustic, I remember them.
So I want you to know that we even traveled with them back in the day with Devil Driver. We traveled with them to back in the day. We had Smoking Aces here in
I remember those.
I don't know if it's Mission or McAllen, but we hosted them too. We hosted Soulfly and Max Cavalera at Metropolis in the area.
A lot of the oldies there, right there.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, if you guys were around, and you know what we're talking about here. But on this Sunday, which is this Sunday coming up on the 17th, it starts at 12 noon.
It starts at noon. It goes until 9 p.m. But we have events that are going to be staggered. So from noon till 4, we're going to have like a basketball tournament. All ages are welcome. And then from there, from 4 to 8:30, we're going to have the skateboarding contest. We had it last year, and we had about 700 people join just for the skateboarding competition. That was pretty amazing.
Nice.
A lot of girls. They had skills. They have skills. I think I can't remember her name right now, but my compadre Tom Gomez, shout out to him, and Raul. They're the ones that took care of that competition. But there was one girl. She did an amazing job. It'll come back to me later. You know how
hopefully
that goes.
she'll show up this year too.
Yeah.
Right?
But from 12 noon till 4, we're gonna have the basketball competition, skateboarding competition from 4 to 8:30. But the bands hit the stage from 2 to 8:30, and we have the way we staggered them was stage one is gonna host one band while the other one sets up, and then the other one takes over 40 minutes thereafter. So 10 bands thereafter all together. We do have my compadre Lupe 956. Shout out to him.
Lupe BTX.
Oh my goodness, he's been instrumental in keeping the scene alive. He wrote it for me a couple of times for at the Metropolis gig. He got to meet Max Cavalera back in
the day,
early 2000s. He was still in high school. But I want you to know that one of the main things that I get a chance to go check out some of the bands. My son happens to be in Bury the Bride. He plays the bass for Barry the Bride. His name is Seth Lee Puente. And man, those guys have a lot of talent.
They do. They do.
And I want you to know, in every time that I see some of these bands, I latch on to someone. The Ghost of Us they've been on tour. I know that they went on tour a couple of months ago.
Yes.
And I asked
Bernie
them,
Diaz and company out there.
my goodness,
Ghost of Us, amazing band, amazing, great talented bands too.
you know, the compadres from Matamoros, they call it Matamoros Core. And my place was taken. Those guys chug amazing, man. They have an awesome vibe. It's all Christian, but man, it is awesome.
But they're hard and heavy, right?
Oh my goodness, they chug along awesome.
It's going to be a loud day, not because of the people that are going to be there, but because the bands that are going to be performing. And each one of these bands, they're all in their unique way, have their own talent, but they're all talented. Okay. Now I've already seen Bury the Bride and I've already seen The Ghost of Us, and they're tremendously great. Of course, I did an interview with Bury the Bride and I've done an interview with Ghost of Us, and very kind people. The guys, they're they're kind. They're awesome. They got good hearts. They got good vibes, and you can't miss them out. Hopefully we get to make it out there this Sunday to be with you guys, which is what my goal. The good thing is that at the same time too, I will be doing some podcast live shots over there at the same time too, awesome. And let the people see what they're missing if they're not there, and if they're there, like I said on the one promo that I did for you guys, come on by, say hi, meet the bands, come over, meet Simon, come say hi to me, come take pictures with us or whatever like that. We're not gonna mind. It is a free event now. It is free. Now the bands will take the stages like around 2:00, right?
2 p.m.
At 2 p.m. they're going to take the stages and they'll start performing. The only thing we ask is for you to be there. They are going to have food trucks out there.
We are.
They are going to have a tattoo artist.
But we have face painting, henna tattoos, a real tattoo artist as well. We have some cuts and trims for free.
There you go.
I can tell you, I want to mention kind of the dealers. They are one of them is my coworker at the school where I teach.
Okay.
I want you to know that they have so much talent. They're like a punk pop style. Imagine 311. And last week they were in Houston.
Oh, nice.
They were. I can't remember who they were opening for, but I saw some of the footage and it was pretty amazing.
Amazing.
The Mutants are along the same wave. Bakri, Joseph. Have you met Joseph?
I have heard of him. I have not met him. I have not seen him, but I've heard that Bakri is a very intense, hardcore metal rapper.
That's right. It's an amazing cross between hip hop and trap metal. He's my ex-student. I want you to know.
He was
good friends with my little brother Michael when I had him in class. But I want you to know, Happy Hour. They're like
Happy Hour is not for you to sit down, relax, drink a beer. No, Happy Hour is the name of the band. Okay.
And they just put out an album. I want to say a good month ago.
Oh, nice.
So they have a whole bunch of new material. Alan Gardner in the gang. Amazing. Arms First. I believe it or not, I've been following Ruben in the guys. They put on a show.
They send me not Arms First, but I think it was Eddie or Eli. I'm not too sure, from Bury the Bride. What's going on, guys? Them guys right now, they were going to come and help out to promo here and everything, but they're actually doing a gig tonight at the Flying Walrus, along with a bunch of other great bands. I think there's like about 6 other bands that are going to be out there, and they perform right now. As a matter of fact, they're already up on stage doing their thing. Go check them out. Bury the Bride is going to be out there. I couldn't tell you exactly who else, but I know that that's a different venue going on right now. But not only that, you also have Livewire coming. Talk to me about Livewire.
Livewire, they happen to be co-workers too. They're a little bit old like myself. They're in their 40s. I'm in my 50s already. But the point is that these guys...
When I met Simon, it was his birthday.
Oh, my goodness. I want you to know, Livewire, they're mainly teachers, but they're music teachers.
Nice.
And they put on... They're the only cover band there, but they put on Van Halen. They do all the classics, and they put on an amazing show. I want to talk about the duets. I don't know. Have you heard the duets?
I have not heard of the duets.
They had their album. I hosted them over in Harlingen. We did a show. I put on the audio and the lights, and they have a new album out. It took them about 20 years to put it out, but Joey and the gang, oh my goodness, when you hear them, it's like punk to the next level.
Nice.
And they are super amazing. I hope you get a chance to go out there. Joey sports a whole mohawk He did it the last year. It was purple. It was awesome. They put on a great show last year.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance to go join us, that's going to be like the highlight of the year. I hope that you guys can invite as many people as you can. Come help us celebrate Michael Alexander Nash, is my little brother. His birthday's on November 17th. So we did that last year. Unfortunately, he passed on May 3rd of last year. So I thought it would be a great idea to keep his memory alive
And do it again.
Do it again every year.
It's going to be a second time for now, right?
Second annual, and hopefully next year we'll bring somebody big, and we'll draw more people, and we'll partner up again, and we'll get more local acts to go out there. And I'm hoping, believe it or not, my whole point to this is I want to be able to have a carny style with metal bands that are local. I want to take them to Houston. I want to take them to San Antonio. I want to take them. I'll probably get maybe like one headliner to draw, and eventually take all the crew from Brownsville, from McAllen, from Harlingen, from all this area, and take them out to see the world.
To see the world. Nice.
I'm not kidding. This the idea is to take the Nash Bash global, and that's my goal.
And that's something that the only way it can happen is we get supporters like you guys coming out.
Come
here
on
and
over.
It's a free event again.
Bring your lawn chair.
Kids, bring your parents.
No, believe it or not, it takes a while. One of the things I've been teaching for a few years, and throughout my career, my teaching career, I teach engineering and robotics technology, but I've always had, after school, I always host, my room is available to anybody and everybody. And I've had a lot of students who have gone into the music business, but because they started after school. I just opened that forum for them. And I've hosted a lot of talent shows at my campus and beyond. Mm-hmm. And I've had, even I'm a metalhead myself, but I've played Spanish rock in the past. We've recorded, but I want you to know that some of my kids who've been come out of my room are like the Tejano Boys.
Nice.
They have several albums already.
Yes,
they're one of my pride and joy. And I want you to know that I've had, I hope the Slapheads, I've got a lot of punk, metal. It doesn't really matter. Whatever they're into, as long as we put a guitar on them, we give them a drum set or bass to play with. Man, that's the idea, to get everybody to stay true to music. Music takes a whole bunch of iterations. It really doesn't matter which kind of music they play, as long as they play.
There you
know
go.
What I mean?
And the thing about it is just to get the kids interested into the music world. Of course, there's a lot of music out there that they can listen to, a lot of rap and everything like that. And, there's all kinds of genre music out there, which is great, me as being a DJ, and also, having to do DJ, of course, the mix masters. Big old shout out to the mix masters out there, to all my brothers, and of course to La China and Bobby Macias, Robbie All Right, of course, the whole gang out there. We have to play all kinds of music. We can't just stick to one genre, especially when like myself, that I do a lot of weddings and quinceañeras and stuff like that, house parties and everything. Just recently, I did a gala for the Yaqui Reservation for the animals. It was called, Trail of Hope, and that just happened last Friday. And it was a gala that was successful. A lot of people helped out and donated, became Yaqui Warriors. And a big old shout out to all Yaqui Warriors out there helping out. And it's a big old 80-acre land in Sullivan City, where this lady rescues animals, all kinds of animals, basically, cats, dogs, horses, pigs, hogs, a lot of all kinds of animals. And there is a tremendous need of people, adopting pets or bringing the pets over. They even help you spay and neuter your pets for free, and that is an amazing thing. Same thing with Mr. Nash. It's got nothing to do with the animals, but what he's doing is he's getting local bands to come out and perform for y'all. And so y'all can see this, that there is a lot of great talent out here in the Valley. I keep saying it all the time. I know there's talented people out there. I know you're out there. I don't know what you're afraid of. Give me a call, 956-789-0702, or send me an email. You can send it to rocknrudy2141@gmail.com. And you can also send it to Joe Martinez at 97.7 the city at Gmail. Joe Martinez, 97.7. No,
just 97.7 the city.
Just 97.7 Gmail. That's what it is, right? 97.7 the city? No FM. No, I gotta remember he changed it. That's why 97.7 the city at gmail.com. There you go. And me, Rockin' Rudy 2141 at gmail.com. Reason why Gmail is because Gmail can get like bigger files and stuff.
Bigger
And
storage.
for Mr. Bash over here, Nash Bash. I keep calling Bash. Nash Bash 24 in full effect already this Sunday. And we have been talking about this for months now, for a couple of months, and he told me about it. And the reason the way I met him was I did a live podcast show for Bury the Bride
at the Hop Shop.
At the Hop Shop in Harlingen. I was about to say, what was it at? Yeah, the Hop Shop in Harlingen, and it was a tremendously great night. It was a good success. The only thing that happened was my phone died when the last band came on stage, Decimation Theory, right? And those guys did an amazing job too. All these bands are totally great. I'm telling you, people, you got talented people out there. Your neighbors, you never know. They could be talented people and everything. If you're somebody that knows how to juggle, chainsaws and stuff like that, come on over. I need somebody like that. Do you know how to juggle? Come on over.
Give me a call. I'll provide a stage for you.
Well, I've been thinking about this, something that just recently happened that I started thinking about when I last saw at the, it was right here at the rail yard. And it was Rick and the Flares, and they were playing live and everything like that. I said, maybe I should have a battle of the bands. Try to think of something like that. Get some sponsors, help sponsor that show and everything like that, and get some great bands to come out and not to say that you're number one or anything like that, but just to show people how good of talented people we have, and to try to see if we can crown a battle of the band to be champions for the year. Then maybe next year do it again. The Thunderdome DJ battling contest is coming up again, and I think, if I'm not too sure, it's November the 25th. And my cousin DJ Agro, that's right, Agro is going to be the host for that show, and it's a battle of DJs going left and right at him, everything like that. Let's just see who's going to be ranked king of the Thunderdome, and we'll find out on that one too. Mr. Bash, Mr. Nash, I keep calling him Bash because of the Nash Bash, but Mr. Nash. So tell me, on this dream of yours that you have going worldwide, of course, like right now we are on the web, everybody's watching us and stuff like that. Right. Your son Seth, he's a bass player for Bury the Bride, tremendously great bass player and everything. Besides Bury the Bride and the Ghost of Us, and then Livewire and the duets, all this other, what other kind of bands are you trying to get out there?
Well, I want you to know that this last year we mainly had punk and metal.
Right.
This time we're doing punk, rock, metal. And hopefully next year we'll have another stage added so that we can include other genres.
There you go.
So the music or talent in playing music doesn't necessarily have to be one genre. We need to be able to include everyone. Inclusivity is amazing, an amazing thing. And when you're kind to people, it multiplies.
It does.
So the idea behind this is to be able to put a guitar, bass, an accordion even, keyboard, a mic or some sort, and invite all the little ones to pick up the baton and take it to the next level. And who knows? I mean, you have local talent here. Frontera took it to the next level. I saw him on TV not too long ago, and we feel pride in that. It had nothing to do with that, but believe it or not, somebody gave him a shot and somebody encouraged him. And you always need somebody to believe in what you are into. In our case, we need not necessarily just cheerleaders, but somebody who supports your dream. And I know that all these guys, they may need recording time, they may need a place where they can jam, and the idea is to be able to foster that,
provide that for them.
The idea is so everyone. There's a lot of local talent that goes unseen at times. I've seen when we go to some of the clubs and there are a couple of people only in there. It's like, oh, what a shame. These guys deserve a stage where everyone can see them.
Nice.
So the idea is I'm planning on partnering up with maybe a couple of car clubs and be able to partner up with maybe some people who have dance studios and give them a stage where they can showcase what they do,
Nice. Yes, I understand exactly what you're talking about. That is a good do, because that's basically what I do. Is I like to get the talent, bring the talent to my show, and show you guys what they do. And sometimes not necessarily right here that they'll show the talent. I'll show up to one of their venues where they're playing or whatever, and I'm recording them live, and you guys get to see it and see how the way they sound or see what they perform and everything. And that's our goal. My goal here at ROCKNRUDY the Scene Live is to get talented people to come out and show us your talent, you know. And I know I like to joke around a lot about the guy with the chainsaw and everything, but it's true. There are people out there that can juggle like that.
I want you to know that we're going to have an act this on the third stage, and we're going to have a belly dancing school.
There you go.
And they also do juggling with fire.
Oh, nice.
So Haley's going to do that
there you go.
On Sunday, but that's going to be around 5.
Okay.
They start at 3:30 on the third stage, and I'm hoping that to have maybe another stage where there are acoustic guitar acts. So that way, if you are not into the super heavy stuff, then you can go check out the lighter stuff, or you can go check out the skateboarding, or you can check out maybe the dancers, and you can, who knows, maybe you can join the belly dancing school.
There you go. Go get a haircut or paint your face, a tattoo.
Reina de la Saba, I think that's what they're called.
Reina de la Saba. That sounds good.
And they're pretty amazing.
Yeah. I know. It starts at 12. What time are you going to be there?
I'm going to be there at 6 a.m.
Oh, that's right. He's doing the setups and everything.
Yeah, I know. That's what we do. We do shows. So we do productions. We rent stages, lighting, LED screens. So you're going to see a little bit of what we do out there.
Huh? All right.
So that's the idea. The idea is we are available to showcase bands and DJs. We do work with DJs as well. We do wedding quinceañeras.
Mm-hmm.
So we have about 4 or 5 DJs that work for us.
Nice.
And we do corporate events. We do school events. We do events for the city as well. So this is one way that we give back. Basically, no one's making any money from this. We were making sure that my brother's memories is alive. His legacy continues for years and years and years. And as long as he lives in people's hearts, and we say his name, we sing happy birthday to him, like we did last year. I want you to know that my compadres from, I think it was Cannon the Dealers, one of the guys started singing happy birthday mid-show. So all this, and everybody, the skateboarding competition stopped, everybody stopped, and everybody sang happy birthday to my little brother Michael.
Nice.
And it was
awesome.
really emotional. You know,
Yeah.
my parents were there. My parents are already a little older, but my parents will be there. You know, it's one of those things where we want to make sure that Michael's life. Michael, we don't want to remember what the accident. We want to be able to remember all
the great times,
great
memories. Great memories.
He used to help me with my pyro and my sparks that we do for shows. So now every time we have a show or it features sparks, pyro, then it's like it brings back sweet memories. Yeah,
good memories.
Yeah, good memories.
And that's what we have now. I mean, we're left with only the memories, but they're good memories and stuff. I've always said it that the person never dies as long as you keep them in your heart and alive. You know what I mean? Like,
that's awesome.
You know, for me, my best friend of the whole world, that we've been friends since the 2nd grade for 50 years. I knew the man, and then all of a sudden he was taken away rudely. Somebody just decided to end his life, and
wow.
And it happened a year and a half ago, and it's just a tragedy because that person did that, doesn't know what he did, and then now he's locked up and everything. Thank God for that. But the thing about it is that we still don't have Robert Wise here, Wise CDL. That's why I have the hat on. Great person, great people. I love the whole family. To all the Wise family out there watching, thank you so much for you guys being here. And then, of course, for now, Michael Alexander Nash, this Sunday, Nash Bash 24 is going to be happening. Starts at noon, ends at 9, and it's a free event. You don't have to pay nothing. There will be food trucks out there.
That's right. They do need to bring over a lawn chair because it's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a day of fun, entertainment. If you don't like one thing, you can always go to another section and witness.
Can they bring like their own ice chest or?
Well, as long as it's not alcohol, because we didn't apply for that.
No, it's non-alcoholic. Okay, it's BYOB, but not beer or alcohol. It's got to be like water, Gatorade, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, we're going to be giving away a lot of that.
Okay, great.
And they're going to be food trucks selling maybe Cokes or water. A lot of food. We do have some partners that we don't charge them anything to come over. And my daughter-in-law, Caro, shout out to Caro, and my wife and my boy Ian. It was his birthday yesterday. Anyway,
well, happy birthday, Ian, or belated birthday.
Rock and roll. But Caro is she has like a farmer's market idea, and I think she may be charging like $20 for a tent or a table or something like that. We have a lot of partners who are donating a lot of chairs, tables, and stuff like that. A lot of great stuff. Yeah.
Well, we thank all those partners that are donating to help out and everything, and tremendous work that you're going to be doing here. Me myself, I'm going to most definitely 100% try to make it out there, all the way out there. There's the Brownsville Sports Park. Once again, guys, come on over. It's a free event. Brownsville Sports Park. It starts at 12 noon, ends at 9. The bands take the stage at 2 p.m. And skateboarding contest, all ages.
All ages.
Basketball contest, all ages.
From noon, remember that the basketball goes on from noon till 4.
Okay.
And then the skateboarding from 4 to 8:30.
There you go.
So that way, if you want to play basketball and maybe you want to get a shirt or a little medal or something, it'll be 3-on-3 or 5-on-5, depending on a couple of coaches that are helping us. If you show up around 11, you'll be able to register, and then you go battle, see who's going to be king
of the basketball
queen. That's right.
King or queen, there you go.
And the same goes for the skateboarding. The skateboarding will be at 4, registrations right before, and then from there, Tom, Gomez, and Raul will go ahead and take care of that. And all ages, boys, girls, don't really matter. Just go out there. I do have some friends that are still skating. As a matter of fact, I have a picture of my little brother when he was in his 20s, late 20s. Check it out. Dead Kennedy's right there.
There you go.
And he's about to break that board. He's flying.
There you go.
My goodness.
Did you see it real nice? Ooh, nice. There you go. That is Michael Alexander Nash, people. So for those of you who knew who he was, you all know that he was a great man. We're keeping his memory alive. We keep his memory going. Do you want to send any shout outs to anybody?
I want you to know that we don't have necessarily sponsors, but I do want to. There are a lot of people that are helping out.
Nice.
Especially like my wife, Ida, we call her Dulce. She's a sweet lady.
Of course she is. I met her too. Hi, Dulce.
You met her at the hop shop.
At the hop shop.
Of course, Seth, Ian, without their support, we have my wife is a counselor at one of the high schools in Brownsville, and she's getting the National Honor Society kids to volunteer and do community work. And the same goes for a couple of other high schools. They're sending us their kids so they can pass out water and help us pitch tents and the whole works that we need. So a shout out to them.
Nice.
I want you to know that I have a couple of friends who are they're bringing in shirts, especially for the Israel is bringing in shirts for the basketball tournaments. And I know Raul in the past and Tom have reached out to a couple of sponsors, and they've donated. Last year, they gave away a few skateboards as prizes. So that was awesome, too. I didn't get a chance to hear who the sponsors were, but the point is that they were able to reach out, and the community came back and rewarded them.
And they helped out real nice.
Yeah, it did. It did. So, and of course, all the bands, Eric, Austin, Mr. Segura Jr., he works with me, Mr. Cavazos and the team from Livewire, Alan Gardner from Happy Hour. Let's see, Eli, of course, Eli, Seth, Ray, and Eddie. Eddie. Oh my goodness.
Eddie's birthday just passed too, and I want to wish him a happy belated birthday. So happy belated birthday. When I talked to him, he was in San Antonio.
Yeah, he was watching something like dying or
something like that.
Some concert.
So he was out there at a concert. Yes.
Yeah. Joseph Bakri and his crew. My goodness, they're awesome. Joey in the duets. And then see Ruben in Arms First. Goes to Zeke from the Ghost of Us. He's the one that hooked up and he brought
Zeke, it. Freddie.
Yeah, the both of them too. And let's see, Eric from the Mutants. Let me see, Livewire. My compadre Cavazos, and my Danny from my place was taken.
My place was taken. I love that name.
Those guys have an amazing talent, man. You need to witness them live. Of course, all of them. Don't get me wrong, but it starts at 2. on Sunday afternoon, we get a chance to bring the whole family and bring a lawn chair. I keep telling people, bring a lawn chair because it's going to be a long day. It's going to be an awesome.
There you go.
It's going to be an awesome day.
There you go. Anybody else you want to say shout out to?
I want to say, well, we do have a crew of people that help us out. I usually have other sons, Luke and Owen, they're cuates, and let me see, Rol, Caro, the Basan family, they're going to be there. Of course, my mom and dad, Ron and Gretchen Ash. I have a lot of brothers and sisters. They're going to be there. Let me see who else. I'm trying to think. We got to wrap it up, but I thank you for having me come over and inviting everyone to celebrate my little brother's legacy, his life. Michael Alexander Nash still lives in our hearts,
Nash
in our
Bash
minds.
24, guys.
Nash Bash.
He's got a lot of people
24.
he wants to thank. It's just a lot of people to thank, but thank you to all the people that are helping out. And
Please come over.
Yeah, big hearts to all you guys because we really respect you guys for doing that and helping out, especially those that are just helping out to help out. I want to say a big old shout out. Thank you to Mr. Simon Nash for bringing my attention to this awesome event going on. Hopefully we'll see you guys out there this Sunday. My name is Rockin' Rudy with 97.7 FM The City on Rockin' Rudy The Scene Live. Thank you. My big old shout out to my two daughters again, Drena D and Darlene Dre, and my grandson Carson. Thank you guys for watching. Good night. God bless.
Rock
See
and
ya.
roll.